Hola muchachas, I hope you are all well into your family life and that you had a great retreat and you had some downtime. And I hope you're able to incorporate some of these techniques into your life. So we're going to go through what we learned. The first thing we're going to do is open the hands, the gates of our hands. So open up right through here. It's a lot of fascia. We want to open this fascia, get this guy. This is large intestine 4. This is for if you have a headache or if you're having constipation, it's a good thing to do. And go in between the gates. Remember, this is that fear gamut in between the pinky and the ring finger. So if that is really, really hurting, go ahead and hold here and just take some breaths. And you can do that throughout the day. You don't have to be part of your daily energy routine. And then twist, really twist off the fingers and kind of snap it. This is my circumflex finger, which tends to hurt a lot because I'm going through the change. And a lot of times I notice it will be really tender right here. So I take a little bit extra time and just rub on both sides of that finger. So just notice which one has more heightened awareness for you. Rub off that and here. And then we're going to go into the source points. So this is the lung meridian. It's in conjunction with your your lung right here on the inside, the inside of your body. And it's right through here. The circumflex side is right on your wrist, right in the middle with that middle finger. And we're just going to kind of rub it. And then the heart comes right through here. So those are your yin on your hands. The outside is your small intestine is right here. Triple warmer is right here, so kind of in line with that ring finger. And then the large intestine is actually right here. So you can rub it like that, or you can take a crystal and just spin around. Just hold it for a few seconds on each side. Okay, so that hand is open. And then the other side. So start with maybe the middle or this part of that fascia, or even open up the wrist. So you kind of want to pull and flex and extend your hand. Push in here. And each day, maybe it's longer, maybe it's quick. We totally understand. Get in there between the bone, Notice that fear gamut. Does that hurt again on this side? It may hurt on one side and not the other. It's totally normal. Come along the outside. Open up that pinky finger. This is your triple warmer finger. This is your circumflex finger, large intestine finger, and lung. And then this time I'm going to take a selenite and just rub each spot. Again, you can just rub it, you can figure eight it, you can use that crystal, you can use a magnet, you can use this. If you use a magnet, twist it, don't just hold it. So we're going through here. And if you have selenite, maybe you want to do the gates with the selenite too. Sometimes that feels good. Okay, so that's the gates of our hands. Now we're going to do our feet. Sorry about this. But this indentation right behind is your kidney. So it kind of goes in here. That's a kidney spot. So I'm just going to rub that for a minute. This is a spleen right underneath the bunion. And then, if you can see my toes, big toe and second toe come straight down. Right before it hits that bone, right there is the liver spot. This is the one if you're not sleeping from 1 to 3 a.m., if you wake up any time in the night from 1 to 3, rub this spot. The stomach meridian is between the second and the third toe, and it comes down. You can see in between the bone and right where this bone starts. It goes right up to that spot. And then the gallbladder is in line with this guy, and it comes up. And can you see that little ball? It's right up here. So you can rub that spot. And then the bladder is on this side, pinky toe right on this side. See that big bone right there? It's on this side. Donna says on some people it's actually on this side. So it's towards the pinky toe. So if you notice this doesn't hurt at all, but this spot does, then that's where your source point is. But mine's down here and it's usually tender. So then we're gonna open up the feet. And I'm just gonna rub that kidney on this side and the spleen on this side and the liver and the stomach and the gallbladder and the bladder. And I'm going pretty fast. You can slow it down. And then squeeze off the toes. Okay, and now we'll do the other side. I did some of these, but... So really this is the easy way to do it, is just rub. This is what I do. I just rub my feet like this, because I'm getting the source points, and then I'm getting in between the gates on top of that. So then I just squeeze off. I notice if any of my knuckles or my toes crack, because that tells me that's a meridian I should probably pay attention to. Okay, next thing, and we already did this, I know, before you got out of bed. Spoon the feet. I know you can't see my feet, but I'm just spooning. If any body part hurts, like I'm doing my ankles, they've been kind of stuck lately, just spoon it, remember. So I can even do my hands. I can do my head. I'll wipe it off. It was on my foot. I can do my back. This is a spot that often gets stuck on people right back here. It's in line with the belly button and just comes around. This is called your Mingmen. And kind of go up and down the spine. That just kind of feels good. All right, and we talked about the wind points briefly. So on this little, if you put your head forward, there's a little knob there. Do some figure eights there. Right in line, all the way back is called the power point, not occipital ridge. Do some figure eights there. Do some figure eights along the bone. Just do some figure eights there. Do some more figure eights behind that indentation behind your ear. And you can even, we didn't talk about this, but just flip your middle finger back and forth and make sure you end on the pad down. That can flip the polarity in that triple warmer spot. And we can talk about that next year. And then kind of give yourself a little rub here. And then you're going to just scoop on down. Really get into this trapezius muscle. And scoop across. And then just move down. So in your handouts, it looks like they're doing this. They are. So this is the old way. And we're just lifting up the knees and we're coming through. And this, Donna just said, this is the same thing. So it's a little bit easier for people to do. You can do this while you're seated. You can also sit like this and just do this. Or if someone you know who really can't move the legs very well, just have them cross over. And anyone you teach this to, if it's really hard for them, if they have to think about it, they need to do this more. All right, and then the four thumbs. So cheekbones. If you're worried, if you're a little earth element and you're constantly worried and you have so much compassion for others, but you forget about yourself, this will help keep you grounded. And if you go slowly, I can kind of feel everything going down to my feet. The tendency for me is to go fast here, so I'm going to slow it down. I could do figure eights. A lot of people have a lot of tension through here, a lot of sinus pressure, and it really hurts to tap. So they could do figure eights, or they could tap around. That will actually help their sinuses also. And then we're going to go to K27. So remember, find the collarbone, find the little horseshoe, tops of the horseshoe, those little ridges, then go straight down. Some people will be out a little bit more. My breastbone is just this big. Some people's are bigger. So for me, it's straight down, it's right here. And I'm going to go pretty deep. It doesn't hurt, which is a good thing. I have already done this today. But on the days that I have a hard time getting up, this is really a hard thing. This really hurts. So clear this congestion, and then you can have your day a little bit easier. All right, and then the thymus. Oh, so K27 gets you moving forward. The thymus, I hope that's, I'm not going to tap hard because I have my mic right there, but it's the breastbone. So think King Kong is strong. He never gets sick. This is helping your immune system. So I'm just going to do figure eights there just for the mic. This also helps with worry, but really for your immune. And then cactus arms. So I have a big sweater on, but from your armpit, just go straight down so it's right in the middle. And this is spleen 21. Anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds here. And remember, you can come in, some people come in to the side, right on the side. And some people come in right underneath the nipple. So kind of feel around. Like today, this side, this part is a little bit more tight on me than yesterday this was. So move it around a little bit and see how you feel. All right, then shake your hands, rub your hands together, shake them off. Just put them on your quads and then just kind of ground for a minute. So imagine one leg is going into the ground. Take a breath here. And then imagine the other leg is kind of sinking into the ground. Your feet are still on the earth, but you feel like you're sinking in. All right. And then we're going to connect heaven and earth. So I know you can't see the top of my hand, but remember it's flexed and the one on the bottom is flexed. So you're coming up. And I'm bending my knees. This helps with the joints. Oh, cracked my neck. This helps if you're taking on anyone's energy. This helps kind of release it. A lot of people with autoimmune have a lot of inflammation in their body. This is a great one to do if you have any type of autoimmune or you have in the past. It's still a good thing to do. My teacher, Melanie, says if she doesn't have time to do any exercises before, or if she only has time to do one, this is the one she does in between clients. And the zip up, because she always does that. She doesn't count that as an exercise. She counts it as a necessity. So we do this about 12 times. All right. And then I'm going to put your hands out. Bring one hand up and over. It doesn't matter which one. Clasp them together. Roll them up. And then I'm going to put one foot on top of the other. So your legs are crossed. Doesn't matter which one. And you can sit down and do this if you want. 3 breaths here. Makes me yawn. Sorry. And switch. And then take that top foot and just bring it behind. And again, you can stand or you can be seated. And hold here and just hold for a minute. And then open up your head so you have a lot of energy moving. And so you're digging down and out. You're not putting a lot of pressure, but you're putting some pressure. And then I can't do this without giving myself a good once-over with my fingernails. This helps the polarity of your body also, getting your fingernails on your head. So we'll just rub a little bit. I'm sure my hair looks great. And then we're going to fluff and weave, fluff and swim and weave the aura. So The aura is all around you, right? Let's bring it up off our body a little bit. And really take your time and do this. So I would encourage you to do the fluffing and the swimming and the weaving every day until you really can feel when you just weave it. So hands down, you fluffed it all over your body. Remember, you're just picking it up. And then you're going to bring your hands up to the side and go slowly enough to feel it. Like I feel my fingers have little, maybe pinpricks. And I'm not going to touch my hands, but I'm just going to roll it back down. Now I can feel more in my hands. I'm going to turn palms back up. I feel more in my arms. And I feel like when I was little, I did angel wings in the snow. I'm not sure how often you guys get to snow. Oh, Mexico City has snow. And I feel like I can see those little angel wings. So this is still full, even though my arms have left out those spots, like right through here. I can feel stuff there. All right, and then I'm going to go forward. And then hands back, so palms away from each other. And then palms towards each other. And if I feel like I'm losing it, go a little bit slower, pick it up again. And move it all the way back as far as you can. All right, and now bring that by your ears and just kind of feel it go ping pong through your head. And then cross the elbows, and then you're going to do figure eights. Bring it back as far as you can. This is the weaving part. Bring it back as far as you can. I'm going to go down at my knees and all the way to my ankles. And then just roll it up and hold here. Make sure my mic's okay. Hold at your heart. That feels good. And then the hook up, so belly button, your middle finger in your belly button, push in and up, and then the other one here. And this one's real light. This feels good. You can hold anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes here. And then the zip up, start at your pubic bone and just come up. Do that 3 times. And you can dredge and go kind of deep if you want. Remember, I have the mic right here, so I'm being vigilant of that. 3 times. Then come around to your tailbone and come up and around. And then put the tongue top of your roof and lock it in. So now you have like a little protection layer all the way around you. All right, and next we're going to do our vagus, the peacemaker. So you can do your pinky or your middle finger behind your ears, just that indentation. Hold your palms together and just hold. This is a really light hold. You're connecting that vagus nerve up. Excuse me. Remember, the vagus nerve is the freeze aspect of the fight, flight, and freeze that we rarely talk about in our society. It can help calm you. To balance or strengthen the vagus nerve, you can gargle, you can hum, you can do that Darth Vader breath. So let's do that one now. So you can do that a couple times, and the one that we're doing is good. You can cross, maybe hold here, the thumb here, maybe index finger and the middle finger in the armpit. Hold these 3 spots. Maybe you want to hold your spleen and come across. Liver. Liver's on the side, spleen's on the side. And hold here. Maybe you want to hold your gallbladder. So whatever you want to hold, you can just hold that spot and do 3 breaths. So, or more, whatever you want. The other thing you can do for a heart root connection, so maybe some safety if you're having a lot of fear, crossover, 3-fingered notch, put the other hand, so the left hand above the left side, above the heart. There's a little divot there. And then take the other hand, 3 fingers, so these 3 first guys, and put it right on the side of your pubic bone. Lie back here and just relax. All right, and you can do that 5, 10, 20 minutes. Do that before you go to bed, maybe, to help you relax. The other thing I want to talk about is the homolateral repatterning program. So if you are someone who, like when you did this, if this was hard for you, or if you kind of got really fast into a trance and you didn't let your body kind of catch up, or if you have an autoimmune, do the homolateral repatterning. So it's 3 sets of 12. If you can do it twice a day, that would be great, for at least 10 days. This is what I told you I did for 30 days. So it's up and down, and you can stand up and do this, doesn't matter, 12 times, and then cross over. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 3. So do 12 of those, and then another set, and then another set. So it's, remember, it's the rice. Your kid's eating rice. He likes it. Wait a minute. And then he's eating. He keeps eating, and he thinks, wait a minute, is there cauliflower in there? Nope, nope, nope. Go back to the rice. So your body, you don't want to alarm it. We're just saying, no, 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 we're fine. And we go back to what it knows, but we're still retraining to have a right side of the brain control the left side of the body, and for that crossover. So that's the homolateral repatterning. The next thing I want to talk about are the hormones. So right on your neurovasculars, wow, these names are too confusing to me, on the hairline, and then hold at that soft spot. This is also a good connection to the heart. So a lot of times you can hold here and here, or just here on your heart. But we're going to hold here until you feel the connection. Maybe you have some pulsing in your fingers. Maybe you have pulsing right here in your hand. Or you can hold like this. It doesn't matter. But try to see here until you get a connection. Then move this hand to right over the hairline. So right where the curve goes. And it's this curve, not this curve. I'm sorry to confuse you before, but it's just right here. So then hold these guys. Then the next spot, the hypothalamus, is actually in line with your third eye. So it is really quick. It's not way down here. So it's the first spot, pineal gland right on top, pituitary right over the curve, and then the hypothalamus is in line with your third eye behind you. So hold those spots together here. So we'll call them 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, and then 2 and 3, and 2 and 4, and then 3 and 4. So you're getting a connection between all of them, or you can just hold here. I'm connecting here, and you're just trying to hold here. You can do this on someone else and hold their head like this and work that connection. The other thing we're going to do is the adrenals. So here's my belly button, a thumb inch up and a thumb inch out, both sides. Dig in, really dig in, 20 to 30 seconds. And it might hurt. And if it doesn't hurt, but it hurts like a 1/4 inch out to the side, go to that spot that hurts. Then when you're done with that, middle finger and thumb, and push in and then pull out. So you're flossing. You can start with this guy if you want, then the pineal gland, and go slower, faster, whichever pace you like. Pituitary gland, and then the hypothalamus. All right, and that will help that connection. If you feel like there's something getting stuck, like a lot of times on my clients, I can feel it's not going through the throat. So it's not going through the thyroid. So pinch out a little bit. I don't think we talked about this. but we did, so we're kind of making space for that thyroid, but we did talk about spinning the crystal around the throat. That will help open up the throat. And you can stretch the throat. There's 1, 2, 3 chambers on each side and then the middle. So move this guy around and then see if that works better for you. Probably does. All right. I think that is everything. So please contact me if I left something out, or if you don't understand something, you have a question. And this is open to whenever you have a question, or if you're looking at this, I forgot the meridians, then you can look at this and say, okay, what did you forget? So sorry, after the DER, after I do this is also the central, and this is the governing. So it's like the grandma and grandpa of the meridians. Then I'm going to feed my meridians. So again, I do this individually, but if I'm in a hurry, I can do them all. So I'm going to feed like this family of all the yins. I'm just going straight up and then off. And then I'm going straight up the inside of my arm and then off. And then back down and back down this way. Then I'm going to start at my toes. So I'm going to go inside the leg and just scoop up. So I'm going to go down, both hands, scoop up, and kind of come all the way up. And hold here for a minute. And imagine all that energy coming down from the heavens into your hands. And then scoop it down behind your back. And grab it as high as you can, all the way down. Off the toes. And now we'll end with our radiant circuits. So heart on a stick, and then just grab down. And then the inside of the body, come all the way down to the toes. And then I'm going to come up spleen, so that's just inside of this leg, and just bring it all the way up and just come up to here like that. Then the next one is back, and then it is down the arms, and then it's to the back, what we just did, go all the way down and come up spleen, tap spleen for a minute. Then we are going to start right here, hold here, come up and over, inhale here, exhale to the cheekbones, inhale here, exhale down to the heart, inhale a heart, exhale up, inhale another heart, exhale up, inhale another heart, and go all the way down and grab here and then kind of boop, scoot your butt out like that. And then come up spleen. And then you're going to do figure eights in front of you. And you're kind of weaving we already just did this. We just wove our aura, but this is a radiant circuit. So we're going to do that. And then on the other side, we're going to do this for our back. Or you can just imagine tracing it on your back. So I'm going to jump into the back, or I can do this on the back. I can go up and down the sides. That feels pretty good. And then I like to kind of come back and forward to make those connections from the front of the body to the back. Then I'm going to take my thumbs and then knuckle joint, and I'm going to rub that Mingmen. And I'm going to come around to one side and go 1, 2, 3 down the opposite leg. Squeeze off the toes, and then I'm going to do the other side. So 1, 2, 3, opposite leg, squeeze off the toes. I can come up spleen again. And now I'm going to take the triple warmer, and you can do their whole hand and cupping around and come down. You can do a pinky and come around and hold here. You can do a few fingers and hold, or you can do the opposite hand, cross over, come in line with this ring finger, and hold out. And I like to do this one, so we'll do this one 3 times. Whichever one you choose, do 3 times. 2. And then sometimes I just hang on to this and hold it. Sometimes I hold it by my heart. Sometimes I just hold it. Then the other side, so cross over. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to trace spleen 3 times, and it's radiant circuit spleen energy. So start inside that big toe again. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and then we're going to end with the penetrating flow for the radiant circuits, and that kind of ties them all together. So this guy, remember, go down to the sacrum, flatten your hands, bring them up over your hips, down to your pubic bone, and then just bring it all the way up. And end with a so fast version, open the gates. In bed, open the gates. Do all your tapping. And remember, we didn't talk about the neurolymphatics, but it is part of my daily energy routine in bed. So just basically rub around your breast and you're going to hit them all. And the small intestine. And you can follow that chart. Inner thigh. Go down for constipation on the outside of your leg. So down and then up for diarrhea. The inside is small intestine. So again, I start with this and I do all my rubbing in bed. I do my crossovers in bed. Sometimes I drag it. I do my hookup in bed. I do the Wayne Cook in bed. And then I get up and I do Connecting Heaven and Earth. And I do the aura. And then I zip up. And then I do my radiance. And then I do my radiant circuits. So, and that's how I start my day. So thank you very, very much for sharing with me. And I look forward to hearing comments or questions. Hola. Oh, besos, besos.